You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network. You're watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic Mile to New Hampshire Motor Speedway, located just 1 hour north of Boston, Massachusetts. The beautiful New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the largest motorsports complex in the area of New England, and one of the biggest tourist attractions in the state of New Hampshire. Live from the Granite State tonight, 175 laps of IVRL action is coming your way here over the next couple of hours. We have many storylines to talk about coming into tonight. 6 races away from the playoffs. But first and foremost, I'm Nick Adams. I'm your host tonight. I am your lone man up here on the ship. We'll be talking to multiple drivers throughout the night, pulling them up throughout the race. But right now, we're going to talk a little bit about New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're looking to see if we can find Milo. Milo the Moose, the track mascot. He usually walks around the grandstands throughout the race. You'll see him down in turns 1 and 2 a lot. He used to be off in turns 3 and 4 when they had a lot of fans that sat down in turns 3 and 4. But the last few years, they've kind of cordoned off that area of New Hampshire. They don't allow as many fans over there. They don't sell that many great seats. I've gone to New Hampshire Motor Speedway about 17 times in my lifetime, and I'll tell you, for a fact, even though this track is boring, the best area to sit at on this racetrack is about halfway down the front stretch, and about row 14. You can see the entry to pit road, the exit to pit road, you can see the entire racetrack, you see those moves going off into turn 1. Well, you see these guys try to create a little bit of a slide job. There's not many slide jobs at New Hampshire, but you'll see a few. You will definitely see a few. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is one of those racetracks that a lot of drivers will tell you is very frustrating to drive. And the reason it's so frustrating to drive is that, well, you have to hit these corners perfect. There's only one way to drive New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and it's about 1.5 lanes up off the bottom. If you get too high, you don't get into the corner. If you get too low, you have to drop too much speed, and you get a terrible exit, and then you screw your next entry. So you mess up your lap, but you have to get about 1.5 lanes up off the bottom of the racetrack in that perfect area to be able to do a fast lap around here. You have to be able to put it in a certain small area. And if you don't, then you're not going to be fast around here. It's a very easy track to lose control of a car at as well. There's a huge bump as you cross the crest into turn 1 that brings the car up about 4 inches, and the car settles back down as you enter turn 1, which is why you see guys enter into turn 1 so high up the racetrack. But I digress. Loudon, New Hampshire, about 20 minutes from the state capital of New Hampshire, which is Concord. A lot of people think it's Manchester. It's actually Concord. Fun fact. A lot of boring races in the history of NASCAR have come here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and we've lost plenty of drivers at New Hampshire Motor Speedway over the years as well. 2 drivers within a course of 5 months back in 2000. So there has been, there's a lot of history here. Not all of it is great. We're not gonna lie. It's definitely between Kenny Irwin Jr. and Adam Petty, and you know, the history of this track is not fantastic for the drivers. But a lot of the greats had a lot of success here. You've seen guys like Tony Stewart win, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman. The list goes on and on of greats in NASCAR who have won at New Hampshire. It's only been around since 1990. It hasn't had the road course here, which is a 1.45-mile road course, on the schedule yet. There have been talks about it, but it really has never come to fruition because those the backstretch seating area, it's not really a seating area. It's kind of you park your car up there and watch the race. It's so wanted. But because of that, I don't know if you'll ever see the beautiful road course on the Cup Series circuit. And it's not an easy road course to get around either. It's pretty technical. It's 14 corners, pretty technical. Uses a lot of the NASCAR oval as well. So, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the points here. We're 6 races away from the chase. We're looking at this. We have 6 drivers locked in with wins. Well, you look past that, and I would say you could probably lock the top 12 in points, and I did that a few weeks ago. Everybody down to Ira Kohlhaas locked in the points. Cody McKinney, Tom Schuett, I think you could lock them in. Now it's looking at Derek Schilling and Joey McKinney. Even though Joshua has come back the last couple weeks, and we saw Jaden Gimbel's mighty return last week, almost trying to get a win. We haven't seen anybody outside the top 6 really been able to get a win yet this season. Joseph Causey has dominated. He's on another streak here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. But with only 6 races left to the chase after tonight, 5, it's going to be quite interesting. But my personal watch tonight here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I'm going to go with Dalton Tucker in the number 19 here. The red, white, and blue Exalta machine. We'll go ahead and get a little better view of this William Byron-inspired scheme as he exits turn 4 and heads down the front stretch off into turn 1. That car definitely, it's obviously a William Byron-inspired machine, but Dalton was very fast in his debut, and I expect to see more of the same here this week. As we look back in the pack, though, you see Greg Holt in the 91 with a familiar face right behind him in the 24 now of Nick Goebel. He made his debut as well last week, but it's a beautiful paint scheme. Obviously, the Jeff Gordon-inspired scheme. He had a heck of a run in his debut as well. You look farther back, you have the number 3, the Menard Chevrolet, Jaden Gimbel. You have Harvey Abrams out there tonight in the red, white, and blue Arctic Cat machine. A beautiful paint scheme driven there by Harvey. Nicholas Weatherby, right behind him in 12th right now here in practice is his brother, Nathan Weatherby. Oh, Randy Pepper, I see you out in there in the comments. It's not a problem, my friend. You enjoy your gig. Good luck to you. And we're going to have a fantastic broadcast here in Ghostfire Media. It's New Hampshire. I have a love-hate relationship with this racetrack. Anybody who's watched Ghostfire Media has been able to hear that between the podcast and my reactions post-race anytime we come to New Hampshire. I don't know if I actually hate the racetrack because I love to be able to see racing in my backyard. I only live about an hour and 45 minutes from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so it's a nice little Sunday drive to go up there and watch a race when they come here. I don't think I hate the racetrack per se, because the complex is beautiful. The road course is fantastic. And the oval could be so great. I just think it's the lack of progressive banking. And, if I didn't know any better, I'd say there's actually negative banking on the bottom of the racetrack, all the way down to that first curve, on that first groove, and then the second groove is kind of just a little bit positive banking. I think this racetrack could be great, and I think it will be great with the next gen car, with the Generation 7, with the Gen 6 and the COT. It just wasn't a great racetrack. It had good races in the early 2000s. Yes, Harvey, that is the paint the trading paint is showing. Oh, no, Harvey, it's not the paint the trading paint is showing. Give me 2 minutes. You can fire me. Let's go ahead and update this. We're going to go ahead and sit here and watch Harvey Abrams' paint scheme change. Because somebody doesn't do things the right way. Might be me. Maybe. Almost there. Almost there. Now there's a lot of paint schemes that are changing. There it is. There's the Dude Wipes number 79. All right, let's go back through the field here to make sure we didn't lose anybody else. All right, so the 19 is still the 19 here. He's still going to look like that tonight. Nick Goebel still in the 24. Cody McKinney in a beautiful paint scheme. I always like Cody's paint schemes. Cody drives some of the best looking paint schemes in the league. He hasn't had the best luck this year, but if he squeaks into the playoffs, I look to see him make a little bit of noise here in the playoffs coming up, because I think that Cody is one of those guys who's just had an off season. The Overton Speed Shops, number 14. It's black green, and I love that green. It's almost like a teal. It's beautiful. It just makes that paint scheme pop. The black and white numbers on the side, it blends in, but it doesn't at the same time. It's just, that's perfect right there. Joseph Causey right here in the number 88 said last week in his post-race interview that he didn't think he was going to be the fastest guy on the track tonight. We'll wait and see. So far, he's not lying. He's back there in seventh. About 2/10 off of the fastest lap. But Joseph continues to get into the races, maybe not show speed in practice and qualifying, and then find the speed throughout the race. Give me 1 second. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have 175 laps, 3 stages of racing. Lap 45 will be your first caution of the race. That'll be the end. Well, not your first caution. Hopefully it's your first caution. But that'll be the first stage end. Lap 90 will be the second stage end. Then lap 175, you'll see the black and white checkered flag go out across the racetrack. Unless there's rain. New Hampshire's known to rain. There is rain in the forecast for this weekend. So there might be rain in the forecast here in the sim. The day iRacing does that, for real though, is something I look forward to. Where there'll be a rain delay. Maybe a little bit of weather to throw out there. Or you can race IMSA cars in the rain. God, would I love to race a McLaren in the rain. Or would I love to put rain tires on one of these cars and drive around Coda. Actually, no, that was hell. That was hell. I don't want to do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes before qualifying begins here tonight, we're gonna put the spotlight here on Dalton Tucker. The number 19 from Warner Robins. I think Randy said that's Georgia. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. I can't remember what Randy Pepper said. Give me 1 second. It is. It's Georgia. I don't know anything about Warner Robins, Georgia, and I don't have a opportunity at the moment to learn about Warner Robins, Georgia. But that's Dalton Tucker right there. And the number 19, Exalta Chevrolet. Looking so far to be the class of the field in practice. Practice times don't always translate over to races. I'm more of a race pace guy. I've never been a qualifying or a practice pace driver, so we'll see how that goes for him throughout the night. Greg Holt here will put a little bit of a spotlight on. No, he won't. Never mind. He drove away from me. Nicholas Weatherby, he's going to stop on the front stretch, so we won't do him. I'll do Adam Wood. Everybody knows Adam Wood, founder of Ghost Fire Media, the founder of First Response Racing, the number 45 Miller Lite Ford Mustang. Beautiful Ford Mustang. The only problem with that car is it has Subway on the quarter panels. If you still eat at Subway, God help your soul. Adam right now is back in 12th here in practice, about 3.5 tenths off the pace. So we'll keep an eye on him as the night goes along. But folks, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause before qualifying gets underway. We're going to hear about one of the leagues that we run here on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, the AOLL.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
As we're back live here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway in beautiful Loudon, New Hampshire. Number 45, Adam Wood. We're going to keep an eye on him. He's the first car who looks like he's on the track. Maybe not. Let's see. It actually looks like Nicholas Weatherby in the number 23 is going to get his lap in first. So we'll keep an eye on all these guys as they come around the racetrack. But right now, it's going to be Nicholas Weatherby. And good Lord Almighty, folks, these New Hampshire Motor Speedway and these cameras. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. I got fixed it. Nicholas Weatherby runs a 29.96. That's not going to be fast enough for pole tonight. We know that. Adam Wood with a 30.14 and Alex Simkowski with a 31.18. Must have messed up turn 1 or 2 there. It's very easy, like I said, if you get off in here. You have to get into that perfect line. And it looks like right there, Nicholas Weatherby's able to get it through turns 3 and 4 for his second lap. Let's see what type of run he gets off the corner as you come close to the outside wall across the line. Nicholas Weatherby going to be a 29.92 here. So we'll keep an eye on some of these faster drivers on the racetrack through their qualifying runs. Greg Holt off into 3 and 4. Maybe I was wrong about the 29.9. We're going to keep an eye on that. But Greg Holt for his second lap out of turn 4. Not nearly as far up against the wall as Nicholas Weatherby. Greg Holt goes with a 29.89. So he jumps to provisional pole. Cody McKinney to provisional third after his second lap. Nathan Weatherby on the racetrack at the number 25. The second entry for the Weatherbys here out of turn 4 across the line for his first lap. Nathan Weatherby is gonna not, his first lap time was invalidated, so we'll keep an eye on him here for his second lap through 1 and 2 now down the back stretch, and he's gonna spin it out of turn 2, and that is going to be indicative of how his race is going to begin. As now we look at Patrick Gaspar, he comes down, he's starting his first lap here. Ira Kohlhaas out of 1 and 2 on his first lap. Now down the back stretch. Off into 3 and 4. Ira and Brandon Massey both back here tonight. They'll both be returning to the IVRL tonight. Brandon locked into the playoffs with a win. Ira locked in via points. Out of turn 4. Across the line, Ira Kohlhaas. He'll go 5th fastest with a 30.04. Keep an eye on him as we continue to go through turns 1 and 2 here. Down the backstretch. Off into 3 and 4. We'll see if Ira can improve on his second lap. He's about a quarter of a lane too high there in the entry of the corner, but a good rebound on the exit of the corner. Will he get across the line faster? Ira Kohlhaas will improve to a 29.99. That'll keep him in 5th. Patrick Gaspar's first lap, a 38.75. And that will be the end of his qualifying run. Dalton Tucker, my thought for provisional pole here, I think he might be able to get the pole, but he messed up on his first lap. So he's going to reset, come back down the racetrack, and come to a one-lap shootout. to try to get pole. Joseph Causey, Jaden Gimbel both have not left the pits yet. Alex Simkowski completed his second lap. He's going to start 11th at a 30.84. Jason Miz making his debut tonight with a 30.2. Looks like Jason Miz has Joshua Gathwright's number, so I need to look into that. I will have to look into... I have to look into that because I'm not sure what happened there. But qualifying is over. And no warm-up tonight. Straight into the main event here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you our official grid for the New Hampshire Motor Speedway here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series, starting on pole tonight. Oh, there we go. Starting on pole will be Greg Holt in the number 91. Nicholas Weatherby in second on the outside. Cody McKinney in third. Harvey Abrams in fourth. Ira Kohlhaas fifth. Charles Urick sixth. Adam Wood in seventh. Derek Schilling in eighth. Jason Miz in ninth. Joey McKinney in 10th. Alex Simkowski in 11th. Patrick Gaspar in 12th. Look further back in the field, you have Christian Converse, 13th, Dalton Tucker in 14th, Joseph Causey in 15th, Nick Goebel in 16th, Ryan Cliver in 17th, Jaden Gimbel in 18th. Nathan Weatherby will round out the field tonight, starting in 19th position. As we take a look at some of these beautiful paint schemes up there on the track, the number 99 of Alex Simkowski, that skull car always reminds me of the good old days. And I guess it's breaking news. I didn't know about it either. Charles Urick is a... Derek Schilling is a member of a team here. I wonder what team he's a part of. I'll have to find that out. Let's see if I can... is it on his car anywhere? Not 100% sure what team Derek Schilling is a member of. I'll have to find out. See if it's in here in his driver details. It is not. So we'll see if we can find that out throughout the race here tonight. Let y'all know. There he is, your pole sitter, Greg Holt. Number 91. Have to keep an eye on that throughout the night. See if Nicholas Weatherby can take a win away from Greg Holt. Once again, 175 laps here tonight at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Have I lost my mind? Hold on, folks. Before we go green, we're just going to do that to see if I've lost my mind or not. Yes, the number 91 of Greg Holt has the wrong number on the side of his car here tonight. He has the number 32. So as we come out of turn 4, the green flag is going to wave here at the Magic Mile. And we are going to get going here in the IVRL for 175 laps around New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Off into turn 1, we had Greg Holt. He's going to be able to hold his position so far. They come on at turn 1, down the backstretch. Going to be side by side. Weatherby's around. Nicholas Weatherby into the wall. And the field is going to scatter and scatter hard. Weatherby with some major damage. But everybody's going to be able to continue, and we are still green flag. Greg Holt quickly out to about a half-second lead. Cody McKinney in second, trying to reel in our leader down the backstretch. You have Harvey Abrams in third, Ira Kohlhaas fourth, Adam Wood in fifth, Charles Urick in sixth, Nicholas Weatherby in seventh with some major damage to the right front. Derek Schilling being challenged by Dalton Tucker, who's already gained 6 positions in just over a lap and a half as we come out of turn 4. Dalton Tucker will take the 8th position away from Derek Schilling, and he will continue his move through the field. Right behind him, you have Joseph Causey, the championship leader, the dominant car of the season, the number 88, all the way back in 10th. Started 15th, has gained 5 positions quickly, followed right behind him by his teammate Christian Converse in the number 90. We're going to jump back to the front of the pack as we're going to have a battle for the lead here soon. We might have a battle for second if Cody McKinney doesn't get going. Harvey Abrams all over that back bumper through turns 1 and 2. They're all a little bit high off in a 1 and 2. In that third lane as they come out of the corner, you got to be careful getting up in those marbles. Adam Wood came down the track, and we might have a spinner. We might have a spinner. Charles Urick went off the racetrack. Charles Urick has spun, and the caution will come out. Charles Urick went around off the side of the number 45 Adam Wood machine. We'll take a look at that here. Coming out of turn 2, Adam Wood, a little bit of net code. Not a little bit, a lot of it of net code. But that's not net code right there on the left side. The number 76 of Charles Urick is going to have a lot of damage and probably not be too happy about that. As you see him just down the backstretch, yep, from that angle it looks like Adam came down, but there was definitely a lot of room between Adam Wood and the number 76. We'll see if we can get a better view here. This will be a better view. You'll just see coming out of turn 2 right here. Adam doesn't hit him, just net code, and then down the racetrack into the wall. Well, a lot of action in the first 6 laps. A lot of moves throughout the race, throughout the track here. One of the better moves we saw here was right as we went green. Right as we went green, we had a move on the first lap of the race by Dalton Tucker. Dalton had to make a quick move to the inside here of Nicholas Weatherby, who would hit the wall. Made a good move down the front stretch, tried to go 3 wide, but Derek Schilling was able to block him off, and then he went down into 1 and 2 here. And he's just going to straight up outdrive the number 23. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something different. I was thinking of a different move I saw. That was not him. That was, he outdrove the 87. That's what I meant. Did you see him just get down to the perfect line there? He's able to outdrive the 87 out of turn 4, and that put him up into the top 10 there. So as we complete lap number 7, we get 1 to go, and the drivers are going to start lining back up. 7 laps down here at New Hampshire. Should be a pretty relatively quick race. The races at New Hampshire don't tend to go on and on and on here, as the drivers, you know, normally can keep it together around New Hampshire. And you don't see a lot of incidences because the drivers end up getting strung out pretty far. Pretty far. Give me 1 second, folks. I want to change the audio on our microphones because it is so loud that I think it's drowning me out a little bit. As we come out of turn 4 to get the green flag here to restart in stage number 1. Greg Holt on your outside here. He's your leader. Harvey Abrams to the inside. The green flag is out, and away they go racing. Off into turn 1. Greg Holt in the number 90 Toyota is going to have a nice little jump there. And as you look behind him, there's going to be a battle between Harvey Abrams and Ira Kohlhaas for P2. Out of turn 2 now down the backstretch. We see the number 19 Dalton Tucker is in the affair now. Cody McKinney now to the outside of the number 79 as Ira Kohlhaas will just throw it off in to turns 3 and 4. All by his lonesome. He's going to be able to complete the pass. And out of turn 4, Harvey Abrams might come back at him. Harvey's holding strong on the inside lane here. Harvey has that preferred line on the entry, that second lane. And that's giving him the ability to drive off the corner. But the outside lane, you get that extra drive off. As you see, the 19 has a lot of speed. The 87 87 of Derek Schilling got a little, little loose back there. The driver said the track was slick in practice, slick in qualifying, so it'll be slick tonight here. Down the front stretch, we continue to see this battle for third here between Harvey Abrams and Cody McKinney now. This is the battle for second here. Ira Kohlhaas, Cody McKinney, Harvey Abrams, Dalton Tucker. And now Adam Wood has shown his face. He's in the battle here. As Ira has started to close off this battle and now made it into the battle for maybe third. Now Harvey is falling back. He's on that inside lane. Doesn't want to wear those tires out. He's going to hold himself happily in fifth position. As the top 6, 7, now 8, 9, 10 cars go single file. That's the type of racing you end up seeing around New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A lot of single file racing around this racetrack. We're right behind Adam Wood, a man who we thought was going to have an opportunity to win last week at Christian Converse, but just wasn't able to do it. As Joseph Causey was able to get win number 12. Christian Converse to the inside of Adam Wood. Christian started all the way back in 13th position. Adam close to the outside wall, down the front stretch at New Hampshire. There is no safer barrier on the front or back stretch here at New Hampshire. So you get that about foot and a half wider racetrack than you would at, say, a Martinsville. You can go right to the outside retaining walls on the front and back stretch. Gives you that little bit of extra racetrack, makes this track a little bit more wide, allows for those passing opportunities. As we see a 10-car conga line around the racetrack, now maybe 14 cars. As the first little bit of battle we have here is all the way back with Alex, behind Alex Simkowski, all the way back to Patrick Gaspar. Now it looks like that battle I was looking at has died off, and it is just single file throughout the entire racetrack. Oh, here it is. Cody McKinney makes a move to the inside of Ira Kohlhaas. Ira's going to slide up a little bit on the entry onto 3. I think Cody might have got into him. Ira had to come down a little bit. Ira Kohlhaas going to lose a position. He might lose more than 1. He's going to lose 2, maybe 3 now, as Harvey Abrams is going to join that run to the inside. That's the thing about New Hampshire Motor Speedway, is when you get locked on the outside lane and you don't want to be there, you end up having to battle yourself harder. But Dalton Tucker from last to first here, maybe. Off into 3 and 4. Dalton Tucker side by side with Greg Holtz. Door handle to door handle on the exit of turn 3 and 4 here. Dalton Tucker, it's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line. Greg Holtz going to lead lap number 15, but off into 1 and 2. Dalton Tucker's going to have the preferred line. Dalton Tucker going to slide up just a little bit, but Greg Holt on the outside going to hold it strong and steady. Dalton Tucker might slide up a little bit. Greg Holt pinches him down out of 2. Down the backstretch off into 3 and 4. Dalton Tucker needs to make this pass happen and make it happen soon, or he's going to wear out those front tires, turning deeper and deeper into the corner here to try to pass Greg Holt. On the exit of 4, a little bit of door slamming there. A little bit of moving and pushing here. Early on at New Hampshire, it races like a short track. It might be a mile long, but you race it like a short track. Aerodynamics is not that big of a deal, so a little bit of damage isn't going to kill you. The 19 of Dalton Tucker, they're side by side on the exit of 2. There is no room between these two drivers down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Dalton Tucker wants the lead, and he wants it bad. He's gained 12 positions since the start of the race, 6 positions since the restart. Out of 3 and 4, they touch again now, coming to the line. Man, oh man, Dalton Tucker with the side draft now, down into 1 and 2. Dalton Tucker, millimeters. Not even millimeters. It's behind him. Christian Converse now going for the slide job. Greg Holt is around. Greg Holt is around. And man, oh man, we're going to stay green. The green flag. We are staying green. Dalton Tucker, the leader of the race now. Christian Converse in second. Good hard-nosed racing by the 19 and the 90. A slick and a loose racetrack at New Hampshire Motor Speedway is what we're accustomed to, and so far we've seen that tonight. And good battling for the lead there, as now Dalton Tucker is pulled out to a half a second, almost a full second lead there. Right behind him, you have Christian Converse in second, but then you have this battle for third here. It's a 3-car battle for third, as you have Cody McKinney, Ira Kohlhaas, and Harvey Abrams side by side on the exit of turn 4, the 14 and 29. If they continue to race side by side, Adam Wood and maybe Joseph Causey will be right in the middle of this battle. On the entry in a 1 and 2, McKinney got a good entry. He was able to roll the center better than the 29. He might be able to make that pass stick, and he will as we head off down the backstretch now into 3 and 4. Will Harvey Abrams maybe make a look to the inside and try to get 4th position away from Ira Kohlhaas? The answer to that question is no, but don't look now, boys. Right behind you in 6th is the 45 of Adam Wood. Harvey Abrams with a good run on the exit of 4. Ira got a little loose, and Harvey was able to drive around him, and Harvey Abrams up to 4th position. That man right there, Harvey Abrams in 4th in the number 79 for G50X Racing from Lugatu, Indiana. That man has needed a run like this all season, and now just races before the playoffs. He's finally getting his rhythm. We have heard and we have seen from Harvey Abrams the flashes of skill and the ability, and we've heard that he is a man to watch for. And now tonight, so far, we're only 21 laps in, but he is showing it as he's able to he's been able to stay in 4th where he qualified. The talk of the race so far is these movers and shakers. Dalton Tucker in the number 19, up 13 spots from where he started. Christian Converse in the number 90, up 11 spots from where he started. Joseph Causey up 8 spots from 15th in the grid to being 7th. Ryan Cliver from 17th to 11th. Nathan Weatherby from 19th to 13th. But Greg Holt, the biggest loser so far tonight, not his fault. He had that little bit of an incident, that half spin where the green flag stayed out. And Greg Holt back in 17th position, as he will have a nice little, I bet you he has a few words for the 19. But from a commentator's perspective, that was just hard, clean racing. As we look at another Tito Racing machine there, and the number 88 of Joseph Causey to the inside of Adam Wood now out of 1 and 2. Joseph has bided his time, kept those tires in check, and off into 3 and 4. Joseph might have something here for Adam Wood as we're coming out of turn 4 to get 22 laps to go in stage number 1. Joseph Causey will make the pass, it looks like, to the inside of Adam Wood. And now off into 1 and 2 is Joseph Causey going to try to slide up. He'll complete the slide jump, maybe squeezed Adam up a little bit there. Adam Wood going to try to complete he's going to try to go the crossover move out of 1 and 2. Causey drove down. Adam Wood wants that position back. Off into 3 and 4, Adam Wood thinks better of it. Says, I'm going to conserve my stuff and try to just last the rest of the race. Harvey Abrams is back to 5th now again. Ira Kohlhaas up to 4th. The battle for the lead is non-existent. It's a 1 second battle, a 1 second gap here for Dalton Tucker, as we're 25 laps in here to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Folks, don't go away. You're not going to miss a second of the side-by-side action here, as we're going to go side-by-side and hear from one of our sponsors, the Guitar Addict.
I'm ready for the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway as you are looking at the battle right now for 10th position between Charles Urich and Ryan Cliver. The battle for 9th position, I apologize, between Charles Urich and Ryan Cliver. Charles Urich was up in 5th earlier before he got involved in an incident. He started in 6th. We'll see if he can get back up there. As we see now Ryan Cliver to his backside. Charles Yerk almost into the wall as a cloud has come over the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It has darkened up the racetrack. It's going to cool down this racetrack, make it a little easier to drive. A cold black asphalt here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway is what drivers prefer. It holds a lot of grip here. The lack of ability to really use the banking to drive off into it when you do 160, 165 down the straightaway into 112, 120 mile an hour corner. But when it gets colder, you see those corner speeds go up. One of the best drivers in NASCAR history, Jeff Gordon, was great at doing what Ryan Cliver's trying to do right now, which is use that second lane and roll through the center, get a good run off, and get a good battle for his position in front of him. We look right behind him. The battle for 11th is heating up. We see Nathan Weatherby making his second start. He's going to look to the inside of road course specialist Patrick Gaspar right there on the number 86, the Adrenaline Shock Machine. The die-cast dude, Patrick Gaspar, to the inside. Now Nathan Weatherby going to try to make that pass here. Maybe try to make it stick off here into 1 and 2. I mean, sorry, 3 and 4. And that will happen. Nathan Weatherby's going to slide up, make that pass stick. We go back to the front of the pack. We have Cody McKinney right there in 3rd, getting challenged by Ira Kohlhaas now for 3rd position out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Just 14 laps to go here in stage 1, and Ira Kohlhaas making a good move on the exit of 1 and 2. Now down into 3 and 4, going to slide up that progressive banking. Cody's going to use that 3rd line to his advantage. On the exit of the corner, Ira Kohlhaas, though, going to get a better drive off. And Cody might have to just relinquish this position going off into 1 and 2 because he's not going to have the ability to really fight back here, as Ira will slide up, complete the slide job, and get a good diamond exit off this corner. Go to the 3rd lane, back down to the 2nd, and put his foot to the floor here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. New Hampshire is, New Hampshire Motor Speedway is surrounded by trees. It's beautiful. It's here in the Granite State. Like I said, it's about an hour north of Boston. It's right there with Concord, about 10-15 minutes north of Concord. Well, northeast of Concord. It's a beautiful little area. If you've never been to Loudon, I highly suggest it. Not only because the race weekend is fun. The on-track racing might not be fun, but what the Speedway can produce and all the stuff that goes around it. They have the Friday night midgets. They have the Friday night, the modifieds come out and run on Friday. Then they run again on Saturday. Then you have the Xfinity Series on Saturday. You usually get the trucks at some point, some years. Then you get the Cup Series on Sunday. And then if you stay for Monday night, then you get the midgets and the modifieds on the same night again. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is a pretty fun racetrack. And then a week later every year you have an IMSA race here. And then 3 days later from that, you end up having an amateur race with Miatas and stuff at this racetrack. So New Hampshire's always a busy racetrack. Always a lot of people here as Ira Kohlhaas completes that pass for 3rd. But you get to see a lot of cool stuff at New Hampshire. The midget track was the flat track is what they call it, but it's really a midget track. But the flat track was built in 2018, opened up. It's been a hit ever since in New Hampshire. It really revitalized the Speedway. The road racing scene in New Hampshire also has really kind of kept the track going. The ARCA Menard Series races here. K&N races here. There's a lot of cool stuff that goes along with this. This is originally, I think they were originally going to bring SRX cars here, and they decided not to because they wanted to go to smaller tracks, which makes sense. Like I said, there's the rumors of seeing this track in its road course format with the next-gen cars possibly next year, and we'll see that. But Ira Kohlhaas right now is catching Christian Converse. And go on board Ira Kohlhaas, and you'll see that he is catching the number 90 car. On the exit to the corner, you'll see him get a better run down the straightaway. He gained about 0.3 that time. So Ira might have something for the top 2 as the race goes along tonight. He might not have the fastest straight lap time, but as you see him getting inching closer and closer, that time he took 0.2 off them, 0.3. Ira's back down into the 30s while the two in front of him are in the 31s. So we'll have to keep an eye on Ira Kohlhaas down the backstretch. He's going to catch Christian Converse, and he's really put a dent in the battle, or in the gap of Dalton Tucker. Ira's coming alive here in the later part of stage 1 as these tires start to go away. Ira did a really good job of saving tires and just being able to conserve, and now he's really using it to his advantage. And here he comes again. He gains a little bit that time, and now off into 1 and 2 again. This time he's going to roll the center better than Christian Converse. Christian will get a better exit, so it might not see as big of a gap change as we thought we might have. This time off into 3 and 4. He is not going to roll 3 and 4 better. He's actually going to lose a little bit of time to Christian that time. Christian Converse will run a 31.17. Ira Kohlhaas a 31.19. Not a big difference there, but a big enough difference to where he loses a little bit of time on the lap. This time, Ira gets a huge run off in a 1 and 2. Rolls the center better. He's going to gain a lot of time this lap. Now off into 3 and 4. He's going to gain more time in 3 and 4. Ira Kohlhaas, if this continues with 5 to go here in stage 1, is going to make the ending of stage 1 for P2 a very, very interesting and awesome battle as Ira back into the 30-second lap times. Into that third lane on the exit of the corner. He's going to get a good run. And oh, Ira almost lost it. That'll be the end of that battle. Ira Kohlhaas might have ripped those rear tires off the car. And Ira's not going to want to lose it here and lose all of that time that he's gained and where he is in the racetrack from starting in 5th, coming up to 3rd now. Ira's just going to bide his time a little bit and survive these last 3 laps of stage 1 and just get through to stage 2. A very smart man once said, to win, you first, to finish first, you first must finish. Words to live by, so you don't want to overdo it and ruin your race. Ira still is, he's not, I don't think he's trying to catch Christian as much as he was before, but he's definitely just generally faster than Christian here on these older tires by a fair margin. Now, as we have 2 to go in stage 1, this is the most interesting battle on the racetrack. Keep an eye for you as Ryan Cliver loses the position to Nicholas Weatherby. He's going to come under fire from Nathan Weatherby. Off into 3 and 4 now. Will Ira be able to make a move on Christian before the end of stage 1 is the question. He's there. And the caution has flied. The caution will fly as it looks like we might have a wreck here. Ryan Cliver has destroyed the front of that car here at the end of stage 1. Stage 1 will end under caution. And Dalton Tucker, I believe, will get his first stage win of the season. Christian Converse will come home 2nd, Ira Kohlhaas 3rd, Cody McKinney in 4th, Joseph Kazi 5th, Harvey Abrams in 6th, Adam Wood in 7th, Charles Urick 8th, Greg Holt in 9th, and Nathan Weatherby was able to steal 10th position. Maybe that had something to do with the incident here. We'll take a look. We'll go back to this little pass here. Nicholas Weatherby, and oh, yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. Let's see what happened here. So these guys were battling here in the backstretch. I think this was a lap before. They went off into 3 and 4, and Greg Holt made a good pass. And then they come into 3 and 4 here, and Ryan just drives it off in deep. Gets side by side, is able to hold the line. Nicholas comes out of 3 and 4, right up against the wall. Gets a good run. Off into 1 and 2 now. Will Ryan try to dive deep again? He will. Nicholas won't be able to hold the outside as well as he did before, but Ryan is still sliding up on the exit of the corner. He just kept sliding up. Ryan just kept going up, and yeah, that puts you in a pretty rough position there when that happens. You didn't really have any options, as we have pit stops happening here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Everybody in the field, 4 tires and fuel, this long, beautiful straight. And Christian Converse come out second. Ira Kohlhaas third. Dalton Tucker come out in first. And we'll update the standings here. Looks like Dalton Tucker, then Christian Converse, Ira Kohlhaas, Joseph Causey, Adam Wood, Charles Yerrick, Harvey Abrams, Greg Holt, Joey McKinney, Nathan Weatherby, Jason Miz in 11th, Derek Schilling in 12th, Joey McKinney, Nicholas Weatherby, Alex Simkowski, Jaden Gimble, Patrick Gaspar, Ryan Cliver, and Nick Goebel will round out the field. As we have a few laps before we go green here, and we're going to step away for 1 second to hear about one of the leagues we broadcast here on the Ghost Fire Media Network, the AOLL.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We are 48 laps into a 175 lap event here at the beautiful New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire, just 1 hour north of Boston, Massachusetts. We have a new leader, well, not a new leader, but a new driver leading the field, and Dalton Tucker, his second race for the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series this season, and he is your leader right now in that number 19 Chevy Camaro, sponsored by Exalta. As we head off into 3 and 4, with the lights out on the pace car, we are gonna, for the second stage, crank it up here around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We almost had a big incident there on the restart between the number 89 and the number 87. Man, oh man. We almost had a good incident there on the backstretch. That would have been a big one. It would have had cars hitting that inside wall at a very high rate of speed if that incident would have occurred. Go off into 3 and 4 for the 51st time here tonight. Dalton Tucker is your leader. He's pulled out to a second lead on Christian Converse. Joseph Causey rearing his head here tonight. He is up to third now after the first stage. Ira Kohlhaas back to fourth. Charles Yerrick in fifth. Adam Wood up to sixth there. Greg Holt in seventh. Harvey Abrams back to eighth. And Nathan Weatherby up to ninth right now. As we keep an eye on the battle for fourth for the moment. Ira Kohlhaas. Right behind him, we have a good battle between Greg Holt and Harvey Abrams. That's starting to rear its ugly head, though. But here comes Nathan Weatherby to the inside. He was looking, didn't decide to make that move, though. Now off in a 1 and 2, he might make the move to the second lane. Will he get a good run through the center of the corner? He'll slide up to the third lane. Hardy in the black a little bit too high up off the asphalt. On a turn 4, now on the backstretch. The Magic Mile here. Loudon, New Hampshire, Loudon Motor Speedway. New Hampshire Motor Speedway has gone through a few of its names. It was Loudon at one point, then it was New Hampshire, then it went back to Loudon. For a short time, it was known as Foxwoods Motor Speedway. Then it went back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which you know and love it as now. Officially on the NASCAR calendar, it was only ever known as New Hampshire. But there was multiple names, multiple name rights contracts signed here. They almost had this name. Gillette Motor Speedway is almost a 10-year contract, but that fell through. That was back in 2006, I believe. That contract ended up falling through. So New Hampshire's had a heck of a history. Not all of it's great. We spoke about some of the not-so-great things here in the pre-race show. One of the great things we saw was a dominant performance by Ryan Newman when he was racing for Tony Stewart back in 2000 and I want to say 12 or 13 when he won here. The Lennox Industrial Tools 301 back in the day. Had to give you that extra mile because of that really close 300-mile race. We have a nice battle now down the front stretch. The number 14, Dakota McKinney, to the inside of Nathan Weatherby. Nathan Weatherby is not going to relent that easy. He's going to drive back hard on the outside. Close to the wall, though, as he comes out of the corner. He'll be nice and close, but he makes a good pass on the 14. Dakota McKinney now off into 3 and 4. He's going to make it stick as we look up towards the front of the pack. Now, Joseph Causey getting a little impatient. Ira Kohlhaas getting a little impatient with Joseph Causey. Maybe he wants to make a move here as he sees Christian Converse driving away. Ira knows, though, he saved his tires better than Christian in the first run. Do the same thing here again, and you can find yourself in the same position fighting for second at the end of the stage. Just over 30 laps to go here in stage 2. We had a pass with Greg Holt on the inside of Adam Wood right there. Adam Wood, Greg Holt side by side now out of turn 4. Greg Holt wants to come back up and try to lead this race. He wants to battle with the number 19. Off into 1 and 2. Adam Wood way up high up in the marbles. That's going to mess up his next couple of laps here as Greg Holt is going to take the position away. And Greg Holt back up to 6. Now he looks at Charles Urick in front of him. He sets his sight on the number 76 Fallout 76 machine. Nathan Weatherby has gained 11 spots in the 59 laps this race has gone on. He's come from 19th to 8th tonight as he passes Cody McKinney back for his position. And we'll keep an eye on that as Nathan Weatherby seems to be very, very racy here tonight. One of the faster guys in the track right now. So he is very, very racy early on here in this race. We have a car down the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like it's Joey McKinney. It looked like he had a little bit of an issue there. See if we can see what the problem was for Joey. Joey got sideways out of turn 2. And when he did that, he almost lost it. And he lost the position to Alex Semkowski. Joey having a rough season, a very rough season. Back in 14th tonight. He's not having a great season in the points. Right now he is in the playoffs by 160 points coming into tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that. But at the moment, you look at Joey McKinney. And Joey McKinney is one of those guys who is on the, possibility of not making the playoffs if one of these guys outside the top 12, outside the top 16 was to win a race here. Which is very possible with the way some of these guys have been running here so far this season. He's got Jaden Gimlin at number 3, GM Goodwrench machine right behind him. That Bass Pro Shops Goodwrench machine looking to make a pass on the 18 if he can. He'll do everything he can to get that pass made. We'll keep an eye on that battle as we go back up towards the front. As the battle for second is starting, the battle for third, fourth, fifth, and second is starting to heat up here. Christian Converse is about a second ahead of Joseph Causey. He's trying to reel in Dalton Tucker, but it's not happening. But Joseph's actually holding up Ira Kohlhaas. When was the last time we said Joseph Causey was holding somebody up? It's been a long time. Nathan Weatherby made a move a minute ago on Adam Wood. He wasn't able to keep it there. And we have a good battle side by side going on between Joey McKinney and Jaden Gimbel. They've been side by side for about a lap and a half now. As in front of them, you have Alex Simkowski and Jason Miz fighting. Well, look at that battle off in a 1 and 2. Simkowski pushes Miz up a little bit high. On the exit of the corner, though, Simkowski going to get a little bit loose. Slide down the racetrack, going to have to slide back in behind him as Jaden Gimbel completes the pass on Joey McKinney behind them. There is a train of cars beginning to create behind Joseph Causey. Catching Causey and passing Causey are two different things, though. 64 laps are complete here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Dalton Tucker is your leader. And as we come out of turn 4, don't worry, folks, you're not going to miss a second. We're going to go side by side here on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
We are back here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A fun fact about New Hampshire Motor Speedway, for a lot of you folks who have been watching NASCAR for a long time, you now know that we don't race back to the green flag. We haven't raced back to the green flag since 2004. Sorry, since 2003. Right here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Dale Jarrett spun coming out of turn 4 and backed it into the wall hard. And the caution came out after the leader had crossed the start-finish line. The leader had to cross the start-finish line for the race to be frozen at that time. You had to race back to the line for your position. Dale Jarrett spun, smacked the wall. He was near the front of the pack and near the middle of the pack, so the cars all had to come around the track again. 110 miles an hour, and here he is. They all come out of turn 4, racing side by side. Dead center in the middle of the track. Because of that, NASCAR at the time, there had been a lot of other incidents like this, 2002, 2003, there was some in 2001, but this was the end of it. NASCAR had to act. Beginning with the next race, NASCAR instantly, the second a caution comes out, field was frozen. That was the beginning of the Lucky Dog. It has been 18 years since the Lucky Dog rule was put into effect, and it's because of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's because of incidents at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, incidents at Atlanta. There was an incident at Las Vegas that was a pretty severe one. There was also one at Homestead, Miami that was a pretty severe incident that almost cost the driver his life. There was one at Pocono as well. Steve Park backed it into the wall out of turn 2 in the middle of 2002, I want to say. Was it Steve Park or was it Jeff Green? Jeff Green. Jeff Green backed it into the wall in the middle of turn 2 on the exit of turn 2, really. He backed it in the middle of turn 2, ended up sliding off of turn 2 in the middle of the middle of the track. But he was back in like 28th position, and the leader had just crossed the start-finish line. So the caution came out after the leader crossed the start-finish line, had to go around the track. Jeff Green had his belts unbuckled, had his steering wheel off, was waiting for the safety crew. Came this close to getting tagged by the 13th place car. Can you imagine what would have happened to Jeff Green if he would have gotten hit? That's also part of the reason now, one of the rules, you have to stay buckled into your car until the safety workers get to you. More fun facts about NASCAR, folks. That's why you come here, right? As we look at it, the leader, Dalton Tucker, has pulled a 3.5-second gap on the rest of the field, and he continues to run lap times in the 30-second range. We have a battle for second, though, at the moment. We don't have a battle for second at the moment, as Ira Kohlhaas has gotten by Joseph Causey. We'll show you that pass here. Ira Kohlhaas was able to put himself into third with this pass going off into 3 and 4. Ira, as the laps wind down, he gets faster and faster and faster. He's better on his tires the longer these races go here so far. We're about 30 laps into the stage. This is right where Ira came alive in stage 1. Here in stage 2, he's got way too big of a gap between him and Christian Converse, I think, though. I think the problem is that Ira was stuck behind Joseph Causey. That'll be something Ira Kohlhaas will work on between stages here after lap 90 and 15 laps when the stage ends. He'll have to work on getting in or getting a better restart. He really will, and getting into his pit box better. He ended up losing a position to Joseph Causey on the restart. If he would have had a better exit to his pit stall, would he have been able to hold that position, maybe past Christian Converse, because he wasn't far behind Converse on pit road. He came out right behind Converse. So if he got a better exit to his pit stall, an entry to his pit stall rather, would he have been able to battle Christian Converse in the exit of pit road and then subsequently not been in a position for Causey to get on his outside going into 1? All things to think about here, folks. All things to think about. Well, we're gonna look through the field here. We're gonna do you through the field here. The NBC style through the field. There's Dalton Tucker, your leader from Warner Robins, Georgia, in second. You got Christian Converse, number 9. The caution is out. Patrick Gaspar has gone around. Patrick Gaspar has gone around, and here's the incident here. He was battling with Adam Wood, and what happened? He went off into 3 and 4, and he couldn't keep it. Adam Wood kept side of the wall. Patrick Gaspar couldn't. Greg Holt, millimeters. But Patrick Gaspar, no damage. He just held it up the top of the racetrack, waited for everybody to go by, and then Patrick Gaspar, like I said, road course specialist, was having a good run here tonight. He'll put it in reverse, then drop it into first gear and get going. Stay on the lead lap, but man, oh man, that could have been bad. That could have been bad with Patrick spinning right in front of the entire field. He was in the top 10, in the top 7 when that happened. So, all right, here's the question. You had 5 sets of tires. 77 of 175 laps are complete. You pitted once in stage 1. Are you going to pit now in stage 2, go to the end of stage 2 and pit again in 10 laps? Or are you going to pit and then stay out after stage 2 and try to stretch the fuel in the tires? That's the question here. As we're going to see everybody come into the pits. I wasn't really questioning if they're going to come into the pits. Maybe I was wrong. Joseph Causey. Joseph Causey will stay out, and that strategy only works depending on how many drivers stay out with you. And if you're a Joseph Causey fan, sorry to tell you, it was him and Jaden Gimbel. That's it. 2 drivers stayed out. That strategy's not going to work like that. Did you see the exit to pit lane here? Who's going to win the exit off here? Cody McKinney. He's going to get that's Dalton Tucker, I apologize. Christian Converse second. Adam Wood's going to come out 4th, going to gain 1 position. Ira Kohlhaas going to come out 3rd. Cody McKinney 5th. Nathan Weatherby 6th. Alex Simkowski 7th. And we'll see here. We'll see how this all stacks up when we go back green flag racing. But I'm going to say Joseph Causey is a sitting duck. A absolute sitting duck. He's going to lose, I would probably guess, now Jaden Kimball comes in, Joseph Causey is a sitting duck. I probably don't think he's going to get out of turn 1 with the lead. Actually, it's not probably. I don't think he's going to get out of turn 1 with the lead. You have 10 laps to end stage 2. I'd expect everybody to pit at the end of this stage. That's something I would expect. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is the smart move. I think this could be throwing away a race for Joseph Causey, because he's going to have to battle his way back from the back of the pack again. And as the laps wind down, it's going to get a little more crazy back there. It's definitely going to be an interesting one here, as we are under 100 laps to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the Magic Mile, the 1.014 mile oval here in Loudon, New Hampshire. Just north of Loudon, New Hampshire, about 45 minutes, is a beautiful little area called Laconia, New Hampshire. If you ride a motorcycle, you might know it. Laconia, New Hampshire is known for Bike Week. Bike Week up in Laconia is a historic thing. Starting in 2016, though, there was this thing in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and out near that area, and Hampton, called Beach Week. Beach Week is where a lot of the people who come around from the country come up to New Hampshire. They go over to Hampton, they go up to Maine, and you make that area of New England, that entire beach from Maine all the way down through New Hampshire, that entire little area of beach there just gets clogged. It's called Beach Week. Look it up. It's fun. It's an interesting thing. Beach Week started in 2016. It's an official thing from the city of Hampton. So, on to turn 4, though. The green flag will fly. Causey will get a good start. But the battle we're going to watch is Christian Conn versus Dalton Tucker. Can Dalton Tucker go to the outside in turn 1 and really make it stick? Converse is going to slide up and he's going to push. I recall he's going to push the number 19, but Causey didn't get contact from his teammate. That's going to bring Tucker right back into it. And Tucker going to give Converse a little shove down the backstretch, a little, hey, I didn't appreciate that. And off into 3 and 4, Causey doesn't hold the lead through 3 and 4. He's going to start falling like a rock now. Expect Joseph Causey out of the top 10. Ira Kohlhaas to his outside, but now the battle for the lead. For the first time tonight, Dalton Tucker and Christian Converse, mano a mano. Tucker is faster than Converse. We've seen it all night. He is much faster than Converse, but it's about getting around him. Can he do that in a timely manner? 8 laps to go. 2 laps into the restart cause. He's already back to 6th. Out of turn 4 now. Dalton Tucker. He's going to try to get a good run off into 1 and 2 here on Converse. Converse really putting down the lap times, though. Converse put his foot to the floor and is really showing what he's worth here. Here at the end of stage 2, he's really bringing it. He's telling Dalton Tucker, I'm going to bring my best. You bring yours here. 7 to go in stage 2. Ira Kohlhaas bringing his best, though. The track is getting hotter and hotter. It's getting slicker and slicker. It's getting faster. We got to spin. Harvey Abrams, Greg Holt. They're involved. Big damage to the 91. Big damage to the 79. Looks like the 3 and the 11 might have been involved in that as well. Harvey Abrams, Greg Holt, both involved. We'll take a look and see what happened here. As now with 6 to go in the stage, Dalton Tucker, if we get a quickie caution here, Dalton Tucker could have an opportunity to win stage 2. We'll see what happened, though, between Harvey Abrams and Greg Holt. Down the backstretch, Patrick Gaspar to the inside of the 87 of Derek Schilling. Greg Holt and Alex Simkowski. Oh, it started up there. Greg Holt and Alex Simkowski. And then Harvey Abrams really didn't have anywhere to go. So it looks like it might have been a little bit of aggression going off into 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression? We'll see. So this is down the backstretch, and Alex Simkowski came down, and then I don't know. It could have been one of those Greg Holt was trying to save it and overcorrected type things, or maybe Greg just got fed up and turned right. But I'd err on the side of caution there and say he just, he was trying to save it. But we can prove that point by doing this. So this is off in a 1 and 2. Oh, he dives way down in there. And Alex comes down, and then I don't know. We're going to have to look at that again from Alex Simkowski's point of view, because I'm not 100% sure what happened there. All right, so this is in a 1 and 2. He's going to get the call inside. And then out of 1 and 2 down the backstretch. It just kind of looks like they just kind of ran out of room there. Things like that happen. 4 to go here in stage 2. I'm not sure if we're going to call the stage now or if we're going to get going green, but I would, we're going to have 3 laps to go in the stage if we were to go green next time by, so we'll see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and pull up the number 45 car of Adam Wood. He's sitting in 3rd tonight. We're going to see if Adam Wood wants to talk to us up here in the booth. Hey, Adam, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, man.
Oh, Mr. Wood, how are you tonight? I'm lonely.
Scared of being up here.
So you got 1 to green here. Are we finishing stage 2 or did they call stage 2?
No, we're going to finish it.
We're going to finish stage 2. So a green-white checkered in stage 2.
Yep. I don't know how I'm here in 4th, but I'll take it. And, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, since you're going back green, I'm going to throw you back down there. It was nice talking to you, and, you know, good luck on the rest of stage 2, and we'll talk to you later in the race.
All right, man. Have a good one.
That was Adam Wood. A quick little conversation with one of the drivers. I didn't realize we were 1 to green. I wouldn't have pulled him up. But 1 to green here. We're going to finish stage 2, so a green, white, checkered. And Christian Converse gave Dalton Tucker the inside. This is going to get fun here. Christian has control as soon as the pace car comes off the track. And he gets a good jump, and Dalton Tucker doesn't go. And now Adam Wood has a shot on the outside. Off into turn 1, Adam Wood. He's trying to take 2nd place away from Dalton Tucker. Out of turn 2, Adam Wood's going to take away 2nd. And the caution is out, and that'll 3rd, and that'll be the end of stage number 2. Christian Converse will take it home. Nicholas Weatherby was involved in this one. That's not Nicholas Weatherby. There we go. Nicholas Weatherby got tagged by, I don't know who that is. Oh, Weatherby's on his roof. Oh, that's a shame. That's the end of the night for Nicholas Weatherby. See what happened there, though. I still don't understand what happened. Oh, Derek Schilling in the 89. Oh, Schilling and Miz got together there. We'll see if Schilling and Miz, yeah. And then Weatherby had nowhere to go, up into the wall and over on his lid. And the caution comes out in the end of the night. As everybody comes in, 4 tires and fuel. Ira Kohlhaas, Derek Schilling, they both stay out. Ira Kohlhaas, they just pitted 13 laps ago. You only ran about 6 laps under green flag, so you might not be in a terrible spot here, being Ira Kohlhaas. He's not the only one who stayed out, so he has a good advantage here. Patrick Gaspar stayed out. He's in 3rd, so Ira might have the ability. He has been fast tonight to be able to drive away here early on. He's been a good tire conserver, so we'll see what happens there. But as we end stage number 2 and we get ready for the beginning of stage number 3, we're going to step away. We're going to let you hear about one of the leagues that we broadcast here on Ghost Fire Media on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
And welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Your leader, Ira Kohlhaas. As we are 1 to green here, I believe. No, we're 2 to green. 2 to green. And right there he is, Ira Kohlhaas, number 29 from Woodlawn, Tennessee. Driver for Bohica Esports. Sponsored by big corporate PepsiCo. His teammate Brandon Massey, sponsored by Mountain Dew. You know, I am never caught too far from a can of Pepsi. Never caught too far from a can of Pepsi, that's for sure. And we'll actually see one of the drivers who was involved in something tonight. Was just released from the infield care center. See if he's out there. If he is, we'll pull him in. I don't believe he is at the moment. So no, he was not. I was going to try to get Nicholas Weatherby. See if he was all right after that flip. We'll get a medical update on him, and we'll give it to you as soon as we can here, as Nicholas Weatherby is officially out of this race after flipping up on his roof and being destroyed. We're going to get ready to go green here. Ira Kohlhaas going to control this restart on the exit of turn 4. We'll see what happens as we crank it up to begin stage number 3. Man, oh man, these guys are racing hard, and already to the leader now. Ira Kohlhaas is being battled by Dalton Tucker. Dalton is there. Dalton is the fastest guy on the track. He's been the fastest guy on the track most of the night to the inside of Ira Kohlhaas. He'll make quick work of him, and he'll try to pull away from the number 90, a Christian Converse, and try to put this race in hand for himself. As we have about 80 laps to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway as we come out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Right behind Ira Kohlhaas, Christian Converse, but behind him, Patrick Gaspar. And Patrick Gaspar on that restart, he was a roadblock for Ira Kohlhaas. Not intentionally, but he was a roadblock. He drove Christian up the track. He came down in front of the 19. He was in the middle of the track. He couldn't get out of his own way there. And that was those old tires. They're only 5 laps different than everybody else, but 5 laps make a huge difference on this track when you're not that fast to begin with around New Hampshire. And Patrick hasn't been the fastest guy around the track tonight, and Christian has been one of the fastest. So having that in front of him, and just Patrick, you know, he wasn't going to give the spot up. No one's asking to get out of the way, but that was one of those moments where the slower car was definitely impeding a faster car, which is racing. That's racing. You get used to it. But Christian Converse down to the inside now. He's going to take the spot away from the number 24 of Ira Kohlhaas. Down the front stretch, the number 90. Christian Converse into second. Now 1.2 seconds back of our leader, Dalton Tucker. We'll see if Dalton can drive away. It's going to be interesting here Right behind Christian Converse, though, there's a battle beginning between Adam Wood, who's up in fourth right now, trying to take third away from Ira Kohlhaas. I don't know where he came from, but Adam Wood has all this speed. Speed he didn't even know he had. He didn't know he was up here. And Cody McKinney right there in fifth, having that good run that's very much needed for him. Get a little bit of momentum going into the playoffs in 5 or 6 weeks here, or 5 or 6 races here. As we come down the backstretch, off into 3 and 4, Cody McKinney looking to the inside of Adam Wood. Down the front stretch. Now Cody to the inside in 1 and 2. He's going to take fourth away. He's going to try to slide up, pull the slide job, and he will. And he's going to take fourth position from Adam Wood down the backstretch. The next 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, the IVRL will be off. We'll be returning in 3 weeks' time after tonight's race. And in 3 weeks' time, he's up here now. In 3 weeks' time, the IVRL will be coming to you from the beautiful state of New York at Watkins Glen on August the 3rd. But we're going to throw it down to our pit reporter, Nick Adams, as Nick is with Nicholas Weatherby here, as he's just been released from the Infield Care Center. Nicholas, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, sir, that was a hell of a ride you went for there. What happened?
So what happened is I saw, I think it was Derek Schilling and someone else. I don't remember, but I was trying to go to the top, but I was on really worn tires, and it just wouldn't turn. So it kind of set me for a ride.
Well, being locked into the playoffs, at least you don't have to worry about that. But I'm guessing this isn't the way you wanted to end right before the summer break. So you're gonna go, recoup mentally and try to come back and maybe show everybody what you're made of at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, actually, Watkins Glen is a home track of mine, so it'd be pretty cool to win at Watkins. So I'll definitely be practicing that.
Well, here you go. All right, Nicholas, thank you for giving us that in-race interview. The post-incident, unfortunate for you. Bad luck. We wish better for you. You've been one of the faster guys in the track all year, so you'll get into victory lane. Just keep pushing for it.
Thanks.
And that was Nicholas Weatherby, everybody, driver of the number 23 DoorDash machine. Ended the night tonight on his roof. Unfortunately for him, that's just a shame. He was one of the faster guys earlier in the race. Started on the outside pole and got into the wall early on. Kind of wrecked part of his race. He fell back into traffic. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're in traffic and you make early mistakes in the race, sometimes they bite you with the incidents that happen behind you or in front of you, and you just have nowhere to go. So unfortunate for Nicholas Weatherby and everybody over at the number 23 team. But we'll see him back here on August the 3rd at Watkins Glen as he tries to get his first win of the season. But right now we have that battle for third between Cody McKinney and Ira Kohlhaas. It's heating up on the track, folks. Behind them you got Greg Holt and Patrick Gaspar. And then Adam Wood to the outside of Charles Urich. These two tangled earlier via netcode, and Charles Urich ended up taking a trip to the inside wall on the backstretch. Adam was third a couple laps ago, falling all the way back to 9th now, as he's going to lose another spot to the number 88 of Joseph Causey, who's trying to rebound from a bad pit strategy earlier in this race. Joseph Causey's going to try to get to the inside of Adam Wood here through 3 and 4. We'll see if Causey can get him down the front stretch. He's not going to get a good enough run as we go down the start-finish straight. It's a complete lap number 107. Joseph Causey is still stuck back in 9th. Cody McKinney, Ira Kohlhaas is around. Ira Kohlhaas spinning and contact with the inside retaining wall. Oh no. Cody McKinney and Ira Kohlhaas were battling for third, and Ira Kohlhaas, and the green flag stays out from third to 13th as Ira Kohlhaas goes around Man, oh man, Ira just has no luck so far this year. We'll take a look and see what happened there. Looks like Cody and Ira were beginning to battle here, and Ira just lost it. Ira just flat out spun out of the corner. At that point, he almost spun out there earlier, and that time on the exit of 3, he just could not save it. And, you know, unfortunately for Ira, fortunately for Cody McKinney, but unfortunately for Ira. We'll keep an eye on Ira and see how he can rebound, as right now he's back in 13th, fighting with Alex Simkowski for 12th, off into 3 and 4 here. Patrick Gaspar up in 5th has slowly reeled in Greg Holt. Greg Holt has been on a mission ever since he had his half spin earlier tonight, about 50 laps into this race. Oh, no, sorry, not 50. About 25, 35 laps into this race. I'll have to go back and look. But Greg Holt dominated half the first stage there, and then him and the number 19 got into it a little earlier. And that was almost all she wrote for Greg Holt earlier, as he had a half spin. And he has been fighting back ever since that. He is getting caught by the moment by Patrick Gaspar. And Greg has the damage on that front nose. The right front crinkled up a little bit from an incident as well that he had that sent Nicholas Weatherby to a local medical facility for a checkup and to make sure the man doesn't have a concussion. I'm sorry. No, that wasn't him. That was the number 89. Greg Holt got into it with the number 99 of Alex Semkowski earlier, and him and Alex Semkowski went spinning around. And the number 91 of Greg Holt had some right front damage from that, which is slowing him up and allowing Patrick Gaspar to catch him. The battle for the lead, non-existent here, though, right now. Dalton Tucker has a 5-second gap on Christian Converse as he comes down the front stretch to complete lap number 113. And now we start to think, folks, about pit strategy. When do they pit? Well, we know you can go 45 laps in a tank of fuel easily. We've only done 23 so far. It's a one-stop race from here. But the delta is not that big, to be honest. You don't lose a lot of time around New Hampshire when you change tires. You only lose about 3/4 of a second. So if you're Christian Converse, you'd have to pit 7 or 8 laps earlier than Dalton Tucker, and you'd have to hope that Dalton doesn't fire back. So really, you have to hope for a caution if you're Christian Converse. But right now, we look at Dalton Tucker as we see him just driving away. The number 19 in his second race in the league. Bringing it here. He's definitely bringing it. Dalton Tucker is a very talented driver. I talked to a couple of the IVRL guys about him. They think that if he was here for the entire season, he might have been a championship contender. But we'll have to talk with Cody if he wins here tonight. See if he can get a playoff waiver or something. See if we can get Dalton Tucker into the playoffs to battle for the championship if he can come out here and win. We look back at Christian Converse in P2. Christian is just trying to run laps right now and you know, confirm to himself that he will be in the playoffs when the playoffs come around. Based on points here, we'll show those really quickly. Based on points, Christian Converse is locked into the playoffs with 9 playoff points. Behind Brandon Massey, he is the 4th highest driver in the league with playoff points and missing about 5 races. But Christian Converse is able to make the remainder of the season on the remainder of the races in the season since football practice got moved to the morning. So we will see Christian Converse for the remainder of the season and the playoffs, which will be good for all of us to be able to see what happens with this championship battle. But as we see Cody McKinney back there in 3rd, he is slowly gaining on Christian Converse. Christian Converse has not been the nicest to his tires so far tonight, so we're going to keep an eye on that battle. That one could become very interesting very quickly as Cody rolls through the center of 3 and 4 a lot better than Christian. And Christian gets a good launch off the corner, but Cody's rolling through these corners a lot better than the number 90 Toyota at the moment. Look at Charles Urick here on the exit of turns 1 and 2 down the backstretch here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Charles Urick sitting in no man's land in 6th. He's a second and a half behind the person ahead of him, and a half second ahead of the person behind him. So, it isn't no man's land. Nobody to battle, nobody to use as a reference point. Just kind of making laps at the moment. Joseph Causey, who we thought might have been a challenger earlier in this race, stuck back in 8th, has not been able to pass Adam Wood. Just kind of sits there right now. Waits and hopes for a caution to get him back into this race. But I think the pit strategy that Joseph threw out there at the end of stage 1, at the end of stage 2, I apologize, is going to end up to come back and bite him. The delta isn't huge, but when you have everybody in a tight pack, the delta's huge at that point. You lose a lot of positions. So I have to keep an eye on that. We go back to the top 5 here. Cody McKinney is not too far behind the number 90 at Christian Converse as we exit 3 and 4 here. It's less than half a second. So as we start winding down laps in this race, we'll see what happens. But off into 1 and 2, Cody McKinney, a good entry. He's going to roll the center a little bit better. And on the exit, see if he can make that move maybe in a couple of laps here. On the front stretch now into 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, the 14 of Cody McKinney trying to reel in the number 90 of Christian Converse as we head off into 3 and 4. Out of 3 and 4, Converse gets a little loose under throttle. Down the front stretch, Cody McKinney trying to make that move now. He's going to try it off into 1 and 2, I think, maybe this time. If not this time, next time. But he's definitely faster than Christian. And he's trying to show it now. We have a battle here that is heating up between the 14 and the 90. Now, Greg Holt, the 91, is there as well, folks. Greg Holt going to lose it out of 4. The caution that Coach Joseph Causey needed and Christian Converse needed has come. And Greg Holt, his bad night gets worse. A big spin on the exit of turn 4 for Greg Holt. That throws a wrench in the last 50 laps of this race for Dalton Tucker. The biggest loser in all that is probably Ira Koolhaas. Because Ira was coming back through the field even with those older tires. He's the biggest loser out of all that, is what I would say there. Folks, you're not going to miss a second of the pit stops. We're going to go side by side here on the Ghost Fire Media Network. Presented to you by the Guitar Addict.
All right, I'm ready from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm gonna show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're gonna become a chick magnet. The ladies are gonna love you. Your kids are gonna think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway as pit stops have been completed for the final time tonight. Unless we get a late race caution and you have a set of tires left, it'll be the last time we see these drivers on pit road tonight. And man, oh man, we have a good one itching to get going here. Dalton Tucker, Christian Converse, Cody McKinney, Adam Wood, Charles Urick, your top five. Jaden Gimbel in sixth. I almost just called him The Miz. Jason Miz in eighth. Nathan Weatherby in eighth. Sorry. I'm not sure what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, Joey McKinney in ninth. Now we're gonna let everything cycle through before we start telling you the top 10. But man, oh man, folks, it is a fun race so far tonight. We've had a lot of action here so far. If you've been out there watching the whole thing, I want to know what your favorite part has been so far tonight. Is it my amazing commentary, or is it the drivers on the track? As we look at how we got here tonight, early on in the race, we had an incident first. Way back at the start. Well, that didn't show me where I wanted it to. Charles Urick went going for a spin here. That was the first incident of the night, and the caution came out from that. A little bit later, we had Greg Holt go for a spin. Stayed green on this one, cost Greg Holt almost a lap. Not too much later, though, Ryan Cliver and Nicholas Weatherby got into it. The exit of two. Started what would become a terrible night for Nicholas Weatherby, getting a little bit worse. And you fast forward to Patrick Gaspar. Trying to go to the inside of Adam Wood. Patrick Gaspar comes up. A little loose. Spins out. Everybody's able to avoid him. And he keeps it there. My apologies, folks. It didn't tell me we were going green. We'll show the restart. This is the restart here. Big restart in the race. Adam Wood was able to get the outside of Christian Converse, but Christian Converse was able to drive it down into 1 and 2 and keep the position on Adam Wood. Adam Wood right now sits comfortably in third position. We look at the battle for the lead, though, is again non-existent as Dalton Tucker drives away from Christian Converse once again here. Further back in the pack, we have a good battle between Joey McKinney and Jaden Gimbel and Ira Kohlhaas. Now, It's just Joey and Jaden off in a 1 and 2 now, side by side. Out of 1 and 2, Jaden Gimbel will be able to hold that position from Joey McKinney. Now off into 3 and 4. Joey will not make a move. Ira Kohlhaas up to the back bumper of Joseph Kazi. He wants to move through the field and move through them quickly. In front of him, we see Patrick Gaspar fighting with Nathan Weatherby. That is for 7th position on the track. The first little bit of side-by-side racing there. Nathan Weatherby almost gets loose there. 3 wide down the front stretch off into 1 and 2. The rivalry reignited between the 88 and the 86. That's not going to work, boys. Wow. Oh! Gaspar almost turned him. And that's going to allow Ira Kohlhaas to the inside in 3 and 4. Wow, 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 wow. That would have been controversial there had he turned him. Now Ira to the inside of the 86. Ira's going to slide up a little bit, almost gets the quarter panel. Not going to be able to complete the pass this time, and now he's going to come under fire from Jaden Gimbel. That's 1 and 2 now down the backstretch. You see Ira Kohlhaas battling Jaden Gimbel. Whoa, Gimbel almost gets into the quarter panel. Gimbel's going to be challenged by the 18 now down the front stretch off into 1 and 2. Nathan Weatherby to the outside of Joseph Kazi. Joseph Kazi's going to be able to complete the pass down the backstretch. Going to try to throw it off into 3 and 4 this time. Patrick Gaspar almost gets into the corner panel of the 25. Joseph Kazi leads the train under Nathan Weatherby. Gaspar dives off into 1 and 2. Wow. Tries to take the corner away from Nathan Weatherby. Nathan said, no, no, no. This isn't my first rodeo, son. Now off into 3 and 4. Weatherby will drive it off in there. Kohlhaas will drive it off in there. Wow. Folks, we have some great racing going on now. 35 laps remaining here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Patrick Gaspar to the inside of Nathan Weatherby. Back here for 8th position. Ira Kohlhaas just biding his time. Gaspar throws it off into 3 and 4. Will he be able to make the pass? On the exit this time, Weatherby comes back at it. Now Weatherby is going to drive it off into 1 and 2 and not be able to hold that position. And now he's going to lose 2, maybe 3 spots here. Charles Yerrick a half second back from Cody McKinney now for 3rd. Greg Holt in 5th after the spin. Adam Wood up to 6th. Christian Converse a 2.5 back off Dalton Tucker. Minus a mistake by the 19. I don't think anybody has anything for him. look at Charles Urich down the front stretch now as he looks, and he has Cody McKinney in his sights here. 33 to go. Can Charles put his foot to the floor and catch Cody McKinney? Typical New Hampshire weather here, folks. 76 degrees. A track temperature of 94. Slightly cloudy here. 49% humidity. At the New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the middle of the summer. It gets hot up in New Hampshire. And there is no cover whatsoever for this racetrack. It just bakes in the sun all day, and it gets very, very hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take one final commercial break. 30 laps to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Dalton Tucker continues to lead. We're going to go side by side here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
All right, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
Welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 27 laps to go. Dalton Tucker with a 2.28 second lead and growing over Christian Converse. These two drivers started both outside the top 10, and a huge amount of time was gained tonight. Under green flag by these two with 26 to go now. We take a look at what is going to turn into the battle for third here if this continues. And Charles Urich is catching Cody McKinney, who's in dire need of a run like this tonight. To get that momentum going. And show that he can really be a force in the playoffs. A little bit further back in the pack, Ira Kohlhaas to the inside of Adam Wood out of turn 2. Will Adam have anything for Ira down the backstretch into 3 and 4? The answer is no. Adam knows not to push it. Nathan Weatherby had a moment out of turn 2 here. Almost brought out the caution. Able to keep it going and stay under green. Nathan went on the road course a little bit there and over the hump. Lost 6 seconds because of that. It's going to put a damper on anything Nathan Weatherby had in his mind for Jaden Gimbel. For 20 laps, we've watched Joseph Causey try to pass Adam Wood. And now, he might finally have the speed to do it. With 23 to go. Whoa. Off into 1 and 2. Causey drove Adam really deep. Now we come down the backstretch. Causey off into 3 and 4. Going to drive really deep again into the corner. Now Adam's going to try to dive to the inside. They almost make contact on the exit. And we will stay green. Dalton Tucker has pitted. Was I wrong? Do you need to pit? Maybe 45 laps was the edge of what they could do. And they don't think 49 is possible. Well, Dalton, 4 tires and fuel, and he's back on the track. And now he has to hope for no caution. And the caution is out! The caution is out! Derek Schilling has went around, and this just played right into Dalton Tucker's hands. He stayed on the lead lap by not much, but he did. And now Dalton Tucker will get the lead with brand new tires if everybody else pits. We'll show you what happened here to Derek Schilling in the number 87. Let's see what happened. A little bit further back, please. Hit the wall on the exit of 4. Chased it. Couldn't save it. Locked it down. Unfortunate for Derek Schilling. Even more unfortunate if you had saved fuel. Even more unfortunate if you're one of the drivers who had to pit because Dalton Tucker had stayed out because he had pitted the lap before the caution came out. Wow. Crazy things are happening here, folks. And Patrick Gaspar, with the gamble of the night, just getting right sides to put himself in second. That right there could be the Sunoco move of the race. Patrick Gaspar, right sides only. Wow. We're going to see what happens there. But, folks, with 15 to go, under caution, we're going to let you hear about the AOLL, a league we broadcast on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
And welcome back to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on Ghostfire Media at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We are 1 to green here. $15 laps to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. New Hampshire Motor Speedway proudly serviced by a lot of different companies, including Coca-Cola, Waste Management. Lennox helps fund some of this down here. New Hampshire, owned by the same people who owned Dover. I don't remember what the name of that place, that company is. But 15 to go and out of current 4. Dalton Tucker goes. Cody McKinney doesn't. He stacks up Greg Holt. And off into 1. Patrick Gaspar slides up. Patrick Gaspar's going around. Christian Converse turned him. Joseph Causey with huge damage. We're still green. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. The controversy continues between Tito Team and Patrick Gaspar in turn 1. And Dalton Tucker drive. Oh, and Greg Holt locks up. Adam Wood's going to look to the inside. On a turn 4 down the backstretch. Man, oh man. Technical difficulties there. Sorry, folks. And we have the caution out. Looks like it might have been Alex Semkowski, Ira Kohlhaas, and Ira Kohlhaas spun out of 2. And then right behind him, Jaden Gimble and Alex Semkowski did the same exact thing in the same exact spot. Maybe there's oil on the racetrack. Let's go back here. Just to touch on this little move here. Off in a 1. Patrick was going to have to slow down because of the entry he took into the corner anyhow. But, yeah, he just drove through him. I mean, that's racing. But he just drove through him. Causey with a let's go on board him really quick. I bet you his water temp is unbelievably high at the moment. We're gonna have about an 8-lap shootout here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's pull in Adam Wood here up into the booth with 10 laps to go. Adam, you're sitting pretty right now in 6th position. You got around the chaos that was that restart. How do you feel?
Scared, man. Cautions breed cautions. So just trying to get through it. We're gonna have right around a probably 9-lap shootout here at the end. So I don't know. This first response Miller Lite is doing good. I just lose on long runs. These guys start pulling away around about 30 laps in. I can keep up with them before that. They're short runs, so I don't have the long run speed.
Well, thankfully for you, it's going to be a very short run to the finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I like being on the outside. So far, I've been getting some really good restarts on the outside.
Well, a lot of us are going to have questions after this race. Were there any comments from either the 90 or the 86 regarding that incident on the track?
There was quite a few things thrown around here and there just a second ago. But hey, that's none of my business. I let them do them. I'm just trying not to be out here and race the track.
Well, Adam, you've had a fantastic night. Hopefully we... Oh, and they're wrecking under caution!
Who was that?
Oh, my goodness. Joseph Causey and Jaden Gimbel just wrecked under caution. The bad night for Joseph Causey continues to get worse. Wow. Well, Adam, we're going to move you back down. You can enjoy the rest of your race. Good luck, my friend. You're coming to 1 to green. Hopefully you can get up there. Maybe get a top 5 for Ghost Fire Media and First Response Racing.
Hopefully. I'm settling for a top 10. That's kind of my hope here coming to New Hampshire.
Well, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
We're going to take a look at what the hell just happened under caution. Jaden Gimbel and Joseph Causey wrecked under caution. Jaden Gimbel was coming around turns 1 and 2. Joseph Causey was there on the outside, and Jaden Gimbel just... Oh, Jaden was on the brakes. I don't know what happened to Joseph. I'm trying to decipher if that was netcode or not, or if it was the back of the number 3 that caught him. We'll see here. It's a little bit of netcode. I would say it's a little bit of netcode. But as we come down the backstretch, 8 laps to go. An 8-lap shootout presented by Guitar Addict. And we are going to see what happens here through 3 and 4. When will Dalton Tucker go? And the green flag is out. Dalton Tucker goes. Cody McKinney doesn't. Charles Yurick to the outside. Off at 1 and 2. Yurick to the outside. McKinney's going to slide up the track. They're going to be 3 wide. 3 wide on the exit of 2. Yurick gets squeezed. McKinney gets squeezed. Converse is clear. Greg Holt down to the grass. He's going to get passed by Patrick Gaspar. Christian Converse is set free. And we got a big wreck. Big wreck. Joseph Causey. Patrick Gaspar. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. A night that was looking so promising for the 86. He gets into it with the 90, and then he continues to get into it with another Tito team car in the 86 and the 91. Greg Holt. Let's take a look. Wow. Zers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look and see what happened here. All right, so on a 1 and 2 down the backstretch, Greg Holt gets loose. Patrick Gaspar gets a big run down the backstretch. He thinks he's clear, and he just pulls down the racetrack. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Right here, you're going to see he just turns left. I don't know what he was expecting. I don't know if he got the clear or if he cleared himself, but this will show you too. He just turns left. I don't even know why he was turning left. He didn't have a run on Adam Woods, so that's just, I don't know. That's just one of those moments that make you question what was going through the driver's mind at that moment. We'll never know because we're not inside the driver's mind, but just one more time. I mean, down the backstretch, I don't know what he was trying to do there. I don't know what Greg Holt was trying to do because he was never going to make the corner either, but I don't know. It's just more controversy between Patrick Gaspar and the 86 and just general Tito racing there. And Adam Wood was right. Cautions breed cautions. Now, we're going to get a 5 laps to go here as we come out of turn 4. And we're probably going to get a green, white, checkered. And man, oh man, oh man. 4 laps to go here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway on the Ghostfire Media Network with the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here. Live every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 to go. Drivers will start to line up. I would expect to see the same out of the 19 as we've seen all night long. That Dalton Tucker will take the outside and use it to his advantage. Will Christian Converse be able to take the win away? Will Dalton Tucker get his first win of the year? Will they wreck going off into turn 1? And Cody McKinney gets his first win. What's going to happen? We're going to get 3 to go. Green-white checker here at New Hampshire. This is going to get fun. This is going to be amazing. Folks, I haven't said it in about 3 weeks. Holy schmoly, this is going to be fun. New Hampshire Motor Speedway hasn't brought out this much excitement since ever. And I love it. If this is how New Hampshire raced, I'd be in paradise. I love this track when it races like this. It's 2 grooves to it. These guys are working them both. They're working hard. They're fighting. They're battling. They want every piece of it. And man, oh man, through 3 and 4, coming to the green flag, Dalton Tucker controls the field. Out of turns 3 and 4, the green flag will come out here at New Hampshire, and Dalton Tucker will lead him away. Charles Yerk to the outside. Cody McKinney didn't go again. To the inside. The number 90 is going to try there. Charles Yerk on the outside of Cody McKinney. Cody McKinney to the inside of Charles Yerk. Cody McKinney trying to take 3rd. Adam Wood trying to hold on to 5th. Christian Converse trying to take the win away. The white flag is out here in New Hampshire. The next flag will end it. Off into 1. Christian Converse, Dalton Tucker, Cody McKinney, Charles Yerk side by side behind him. Jason Miz is off the track. Jason Miz has went around. Adam Wood in 6th. Joey McKinney to 5th, but into 3 and 4. For the first time in his career, Dalton Tucker will win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. And they're wrecking coming to the line. Somehow Adam Wood fell back to 9th. Wow. 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 Well, first, let's see what the hell happened to Jason Miz. That doesn't show me anything. That still doesn't show me anything. Adam Wood and Jason Miz got together, and then Nathan Weatherby got involved. Adam Wood got clipped. I think that might be how Adam fell back. He lost a lot of momentum. Nathan fell back. Here comes Jaden Gimbel, Joey McKinney, Joseph Causey. They're all coming through because of it. And oh, there it is there. Joey McKinney got turned by Jaden Gimbel. I don't know. Jaden Gimbel was never going to make that corner. Not once in his life was he going to make that corner. That's just... I don't know. That's like what Ryan Newman did to Kyle Larson a few years back, and Joey needed a good finish. He just needed a good finish for himself. And I don't know. That's... I'm not a fan of that. But congratulations to Dalton Tucker. I'm not a fan of what we just saw there. Not a fan of what we saw at the end there from Jaden Gimbel. I've never been shy of being critical of some moves people make on the racetrack, and that one was definitely a move that we need to be critical about. Not a fan of it at all. We'll look here at the finish one more time. The battle for third between Charles Urick and Cody McKinney coming to the line. That was fun by millimeters. Then they wrecked out of turn 4 there. Nathan Weatherby. Alex Simkowski gets his first top 10. We'll come back and look at this one more time. What happened to Derek Schilling. Derek Schilling gets through the first one, and then Nathan Weatherby on the outside just couldn't keep it down. Got a little loose, and Derek Schilling was in there in the path, unfortunately, and they just didn't spin across the flag. And, you know, Dalton Tucker will get his first career win here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. We're going to pull him in here. Dalton Tucker, you got Nick Adams up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
I got you.
Well, sir, congratulations. Huge win here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Your second race with the league. You come in here and, you know, I'm not used to saying this about anybody other than Joseph Causey, but you went out there and you dominated.
Yeah, everything, it honestly just came together, and it was almost on an island all night.
Well, Dalton, being that you're new to the league, not a lot of people know who you are, what you're about, so go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I believe this is just my second race in this league. I think I did Pocono, maybe. So, fairly new to the league, but been on iRacing for 10 years or so. Just mainly do league races, not too many official. Other than that, just never raced a circle track in my life, in real life. I drag race a little bit, which is completely different, but that's about it.
That takes a whole nother set of cojones, my friend. I'll give it to you. It takes some cojones to drive a race car around. Excuse me. Drive a race car around a racetrack at 150 miles an hour. It takes a whole other set of cojones to do 210 miles an hour in 7 seconds.
Yes, it's definitely a different feeling. Luckily, or unluckily, I ain't quite gone that fast, but maybe one day.
Well, good luck to you, and are you going to race with us the rest of the season here?
I go on vacation next week, so wherever they're racing next week, I'll likely miss, but after that, I'm gonna try to make as many as I can. I know their season's coming to an end soon. I think playoffs start sometime soon.
Yeah, there's 6 races away.
I gotcha. I'm gonna make as many as I can. It's definitely fun. It's good racing. Me and Greg were battling pretty hard at the beginning of the race, and I think my back end may have gotten to the left rear of him and kind of got him out of shape, which I definitely didn't mean to do that, but it was good racing, and I definitely enjoyed this whole group of guys.
Well, I'm very glad to talk to you, and glad to welcome you aboard. Good luck, and we'll see you at the next race you get to, Dalton. Enjoy your vacation.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, that was your winner, Dalton Tucker. We're going to pull in second place tonight, Christian Converse. Christian, you got Nick Adams up in the booth. I'm all alone here tonight. Randy Pepper, he abandoned me, so.
Yeah.
Tonight, it seems like, Christian, you're always the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't have anything for Dalton anyways. I mean, this might, technically my second time here. The first time I ran about 4 laps and got wrecked. So I really didn't have any experience, and it just wasn't as fast. I mean, that's about all it was.
Well, your fastest lap was only about a half a tenth off of Dalton, so you definitely showed that, you know, you have the talent and skill, which we already know that you're gonna, you know, you have the talent and skill. The challenge for the championship, I guess the question is are you going to have the time to challenge for the championship this fall?
I think I'll be all right. I mean, the points are set. It'll just go up playoff points. If I make every race, I'm not too worried that I won't make it at least to the final four. But I mean, whatever happens, happens. I'm not stressing over anything really.
All right. Well, we have a few weeks off because of the Olympics. We're off till August 3rd. You plan on doing anything fun in your time off?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to Georgia next week, so it kind of worked out pretty well. I'm going on vacation next week, and there's no race next week, so that's good.
Well, there you go. Christian, you enjoy your vacation, and we'll talk to you on August 3rd when we come back. I'm sure you'll be a factor.
Thank you. See you.
All right, and we're going to pull up third and fourth place here because they finished .01 seconds between each other. Third place, Cody McKinney with his first top 5 of the season, and Charles Urick in the number 76 finishing fourth here. Before we ask Cody a question, Charles, what's this new team you're a part of?
What new team?
Was that not you? That was Derek Schilling. Son of a bitch, I did that again.
Oh man.
You know what? You both.
Me and Adam are still on the unofficial team.
Listen, on the track, your cars look totally different, but I do that all the time. Cody, congratulations on the third place. I mean, this is your best run of the season. By far, your best run of the season. Most consistent, fastest you've been all season. You know, we've asked if Kazi was peaking too early many times throughout the season, and now we're looking at you and we're seeing that you're peaking right at the right time now to get that momentum going into the playoffs. How did it feel tonight?
Felt good. I actually didn't get caught in anybody else's shit for once this season. But I mean, it was fun. New Hampshire, I hate, so third is definitely surprising. But yeah, it was fun.
How on earth did you keep it out of Charles's everything coming out of turn 4?
Honestly, I told him too. I don't know how we didn't hit before the start finish line coming to the checker flag until maybe an inch away from the line. But yeah, I was definitely expecting to make contact coming out of 4 right out of the corner, but we just side drafted each other, and it was a fun drag race.
Well, Charles, what was your opinion of the finish there? Because I mean, there's just
I thought it was clear.
Did you think he was going to come back? Did you think there was any way he was coming back on the outside?
I figured that outside line would give him the momentum to come back, but then I felt the car move a little bit and was like, what was that?
You looked to your outside and you saw the little tiny piece of his front nose?
Yeah, he was turning left. I was turning right.
It's almost like Darlington in 2003.
Trying to make it that way.
Hey, the most exciting finish we've had all season for any position on the track, really. That was awesome.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to remember this or not. Fireball Truck Series last year. Speaking of Darlington, who was trying to chase me down?
I don't know if I was around for that.
You and Adam broadcasted it.
Did we? I don't remember what I ate for dinner.
Charles remembers that one.
How does it make sense that I don't remember what I ate for dinner 2 hours ago, but I can remember random NASCAR facts from 2001 when I was 5 years old? How does that make any sense?
Because NASCAR's fun.
Racing is everything. All right, gentlemen, before I sign off here and we say goodbye, we have a budding rivalry. I don't even know if it's budding anymore. It's a full-blown rivalry between one driver and an entire team. And you guys seem like you're the most neutral parties in the entire league. Cody being an admin, and Charles, you just don't get involved in anybody's crap.
Try not to.
in the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've seen multiple incidents between the 86 and everybody in the Tito Racing family. What's your take on it?
That push to the playoffs is starting to get really nitty gritty now, and it's going to get a lot more aggressive. People are going to drive a lot more harder than a couple of weeks ago, trying to make their way in and lock themselves in. But I'm just going to let it happen as long as nothing gets set out of line. Don't intentionally wreck each other. I'm going to let them race and duke it out.
Liked it. That's how racing should be. Nice hard racing as long as you don't wreck somebody on purpose. Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining me here tonight. Again, congratulations on, I'm not even going to call it third and fourth, that co-third place finish, because there's nothing between your cars at the start-finish line. I mean, that must have been the longest point something that NASCAR's ever had, because that was ridiculous. That was super close. So we'll see you guys after the vacation we have until August 3rd. Enjoy the Olympics. Enjoy your vacation from racing. And, see you guys in a few weeks.
Will do.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're going to give you our results for tonight. And then we're going to kick it on down the road and take our vacation, our summer vacation here. As tonight, 175 laps, 175 awesome miles around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Maybe we should make it to 176 next time, because damn, if we had another lap, that was going to be fun. But Dalton Tucker gets his first career win. Christian Converse, second place in a row. Cody McKinney, season best third place finish tonight. Charles Urick in fourth. Joseph Kazi in fifth. Ira Kohlhaas bounces back from his 3 spins to come home sixth. Alex Simkowski with a career best 7th place finish for Simcoe Racing in that number 99. Patrick Gaspar comes home 8th. Adam Woody in 9th. Joey McKinney in 10th. Joey could have had a much better finish tonight, but there was some questionable race tactics performed at the end of the race there that we showed you. Jaden Gimble comes home in 11th. Derek Schilling in 12th. Jason Miz in 13th. Nathan Weatherby in 14th. Greg Holt comes home in 15th. Nick Goebel comes home 16th, 22 laps down. Harvey Abrams comes home 17th, 80 laps down. And rounding out your field, Ryan Cliver and Nicholas Weatherby, who we just got an update on Nicholas from the local medical facility. Nicholas Weatherby will be all right. Slight concussion, should be back in the 3 weeks' time that we have off here, so we will see him back at Watkins Glen. And once again, we are off until the 3rd. So ladies and gentlemen, from Ghostfire Media, from the IVRL, we hope you enjoy your Olympics. We hope you enjoy the time off here as we get ready. Hold on, wait. This was race number 21, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This was race number 21, damn it. Okay, we have 4 races to go into the chase. I'm sorry, I can't count. Math's not my strong suit. I gotta write this down somewhere. Race number 21 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll see you for round 22 on August the 3rd as we get ready for the playoffs. The push to the playoffs begins as we have 4 races to go. Watkins Glen, then Indy, Michigan, and Daytona returns on August 24th, but we return on August 3rd for a action-packed 8 weeks of racing. And we will see you next week from Ghostfire Media. I'm Nick Adams. It's been a pleasure. You guys have a fun night.
You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.